Hi, I'm Rick Talbot. I am Principal Analyst of Intelligent Optical Networking at ACG Research, and I'm excited about interviewing 4 people who are exhibiting at OFC and interested in hearing their stories. The first is going to be from Thorlabs Ultrafast Optoelectronics. It's going to be Janis Valdmanis, and yeah, let's hear from him. Hi, Janis. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hey, so can you introduce yourself and your company? We're interested in hearing.
Great. Yeah, my name's Janis Valdmanis. I'm the general manager of the division of Ann Arbor, or division of Thorlabs that's in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Our division is the Ultrafast Optoelectronics division.
Okay, wonderful. So what should we expect to see at your booth? I see that you are presenting, or you have transmitters, modulators, receivers, things like that. So what should we look forward to at the booth?
Well, as you know, Thorlabs is very well known for a broad range of photonic tools. But for OFC, the main emphasis there, of course, is the communications market. And so for Thorlabs, over the last 10 years, there's been a renewed interest in telecommunications products and the markets that we're serving. So we've developed a kind of a broad line of products, from lasers to detectors to receivers, but they have a more recent focus on 1310 nanometer wavelengths. We have fiber amplifiers that are designed for the O-band. Those are based on proprietary fluoride fiber that Thorlabs has developed. We've also developed tunable sources for the O-band, in addition to the traditional C-band and L-band and even ultra-low noise lasers. We also have an expanding line of modulators with bandwidths up to 70 gigahertz, and we're introducing new wavelengths for the datacom market at 850, 1064, and 1310. So these modulators will be the heart of our new line of MX transmitters. So we also have new detectors and receivers that go up to 50 gigahertz. We'll also be showing stuff from our Vitran group for fiber processing, test, and inspection products. From our German group, we'll have power meters and polarization analyzers, along with all of the usual optomechanical parts that our customers expect from Thorlabs.
Right, right. So that's fascinating. So you've got some special products coming out in the 1310 nanometer range.
Right.
What kind of applications are you expecting with that?
The applications for 1310 are being driven by really a strong move in the market from telecom, which is really well established at 1550 nanometers, but the datacom market now is moving towards 1310. And our transmitter and receiver components are largely used for characterizing customers' components or systems. And our main focus is that you always have to have test gear that's faster than the device you're actually testing. So that's our focus. We address applications that are both in the frequency domain and in the time domain. Different customers work in different domains. And our products are really excellent for these applications because they're all NIST traceable. So we provide calibration curves for the transmitters and the receivers that we produce. So they can be used as reference devices for calibrating customers' components. So this product line really continues to expand to accommodate higher baud rates, more advanced modulation schemes like PAM4. It enables them to be used for testing baud rates up to 56 gigabaud and now 112 gigabaud components. And some of the examples of those are our MX65E transmitter, which is a 65 gigahertz transmitter box designed for 1310 nanometers, as well as a new MX50, which is a 50 gigahertz transmitter designed for 850 nanometers.
Okay, great. So are we expecting to see anything fun in your booth?
Fun? Well,
like
personnel
t-shirts.
Pardon me?
like maybe t-shirts?
Yeah, that wasn't the next question I was expecting, but
Oh,
okay.
well, that's
Yeah, we are going to have, you know, it's often the first question we get asked when we are at the show is people will walk up to the booth and instead of looking at the products, they'll simply go, where are the t-shirts? And they're scanning
Okay.
around the booth. And in fact, we do have a new design this year to celebrate being back at OFC. We got plenty of t-shirts to go around. I happen to have one here. And so this is, hopefully you can see it.
That is great.
I think the motif here is that we're together again,
Mm-hmm.
and we're glad. And I see it block jumping in and out. But
Well, that's right. When you hold it against your chest, it's in focus.
Right, there you go. So we love being at OFC. We look forward to sharing all of our new products, and we hope to see everybody there.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Very good. Thanks, Rick. Nice to see you.
Thanks. Hi, Olivia. How are you doing today?
Hello, Rick.
Well, I'm excited to hear what SOLTECH's going to be showing at OFC. But first of all, can you introduce yourself and SOLTECH?
Yeah. So hi, my name is Olivia, and I'm the leader of the global sales from SOLTECH Group. Our SOLTECH Group is a fiber optic equipment manufacturer and a supplier based in South Korea. So we are a 32 years old company, and I'm very excited to participate this offline show since last 2 years nobody were able to participate this kind of events, and I'm really excited to meet various customers in face-to-face.
Yeah, I really am too. It's extremely valuable for analysts, in my case, to see the different vendors face to face. It's been a struggle. So let me start off by asking SOLTECH, give us a general explanation about your product.
Well, actually, I plan to introduce our field fusion splicing equipment and splicing connector for this coming events. So it is used to make a new fiber connector to the cable for extension of the access network or maintenance of the network. It mainly targets for the drop cables and patch cords. So whenever these drop cables are broken or drop cables are like disconnected, but you don't need to replace the whole cable, but you don't need to replace the whole cable with the pre-connectorized patch cords, but you can just simply replace this connector by splicing it. And also, you can manage the length of the cable unlike the pre-connectorized patch cords. So it can reduce the waste of the cables and cost, of course. So it can help the service providers to fully focus on investing to new next generation technology.
Okay, so it provides a simple and straightforward way to put the connector on. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's great. So are there any other main advantages of this connection type?
Yes, actually, everyone knows that the splicing connector has better performance compared to the fast mechanical connectors. And there are many splicing connectors out there, of course. But this solution generally use the heating sleeve to protect this fiber splice point. In our SOLTECH products, we use wing type protection sleeve that is made of industrial type adhesive tape. So it is waterproof and having strong endurance to the humidity and strong to the extreme temperature to fully protect this fiber splice point without maintenance. And it takes shorter time to make the fiber connector since the heating sleeve takes around 30 seconds of heating process. But in our case, you can just simply stick the tape within 1 or 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. So this simplicity also gives very low or less failure rate during the splicing process as well. And the splicing equipment is very compact as well.
Okay. And can you tell us briefly who's using the product?
So we have been introducing our solution to our domestic telecommunication companies. So we have like Korean Telecom and SK Telecom. These are two of the major companies in Korea. So we have successfully finished our pilot test, and now they're continuously trying to buy our products. And also some of the private fiber installation companies use our product for their own cable network installations.
Okay, that's great. Olivia, I really appreciate your time. Looking forward to actually meeting you in person at your booth. Have a great week. Thanks.
Thank you very much. You too.
Hi, Tiger.
Hi, Rick. How are you?
Great. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much for asking.
Great time getting ready for OFC.
Indeed, yes.
So can you start off by introducing yourself and your company, or in this case, companies that you'll be discussing?
Sure. Thank you. So this is Tiger Ninomiya. I'm a technology and innovation manager at Senko Advanced Components. And I'm also co-packaged optics working group chair at Consortium for Onboard Optics.
Okay, fantastic. So I'll be asking questions about both companies. Let me start off with a question about Rajil. So you've got data center products that you're going to be showing at the booth. Can you give us an idea of which of these are enjoying the greatest traction right now?
Greatest traction right now. Well, so of course, the 100 gig is one of the most selling products over the past years. But we are seeing some of the ramping up of the 400 gig products coming this year. So probably we may see the huge ramp for 400 gig products.
Okay. So are you targeting the like spine switches or the leaf switches? One of those areas or both?
Sure. So COBO has multiple companies. For example, Rajel has the switch product lines that covers all the layers, top of the rack, leaf and spine. So COBO has multiple companies that support full layer of the switches in that sense.
Okay. So let's kind of transition between the two. How does Senko's SNMT connector leverage Rajil's CPO switch?
Sure. So CPO has will require a lot more fiber counts, and SNMT is designed for such application by having the smaller footprint in the connector size, but carrying the 16 fiber. So it's an extremely high density multi-fiber connector that's suitable for CPO applications.
Oh, okay, great. So is there anything else that, I guess talking about COBO some, is COBO announcing anything special at OFC?
Sure. So at our booth, we have multiple member companies showing multiple solutions and technologies that support CPO and other board level optical interconnect applications. So it'll be interesting to walk around. There are multiple different products.
Okay. So let's say even beyond what you're showing, is there anything else special right now that that COBO's doing or is accomplished that we should know about?
Sure. So we have two active groups. One is co-packaged optics working groups, which I'm chairing, and the other is multi-mode waveguide interconnect system working group. So CPO working group is more of the focusing on releasing the white paper that helps to design CPO switches within the scope of the optical connectivity and external lasers. So we also have some study group on the multiple fiber use in CPO applications. And the other working group, multi-mode waveguide interconnect system working group, is very interesting that we are focusing on the replacement of the copper traces with multi-mode waveguides and adding an extra thin interface for EO and OE conversion.
Okay, great. And yeah, I want to make sure that we've talked about what COBO is doing at the show. How about Senko itself? Is there anything special? What special thing that Senko is bringing to the show?
Sure. So the Senko show is going to be displaying multiple optical connector products from like LC, MPL, legacy products to the new variants SN, SNMT, and also external laser source blinding systems. So there'll be from the legacy products to the emerging products that you can explore. And it's not limited to the specific use we are going to show. So you can probably play around and maybe find the different applications that how we are showing.
Okay, fantastic. Tiger, really appreciate your time helping us to understand what's coming up, and look forward to seeing you at OFC.
Likewise, and thank you very much, Rick.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Michael. It's great to have you here.
Hey, Rick.
And let's start off with you introducing yourself and LIGENTEC.
Yes, my name is Michael Geiselmann, and I'm managing director of LIGENTEC. And at LIGENTEC, we provide manufacturing for low loss silicon nitride photonic integrated circuits.
Okay, fantastic. And this is the different people we've talked to. It's a unique one, so that's fantastic. So let's start off with, I take it that working with your photonic integrated circuits, that it's giving you low propagation losses. Why don't you tell us why that's important?
Yeah, so low propagation losses always have been a challenge in silicon and telecommunication and data for data centers. And so we have chosen silicon nitrides to be very good material for very low propagation losses. And with that, you can get, for example, filters. You can get very narrow line width filters. You can integrate lasers to have very narrow line width integrated lasers that are tunable, which are needed for telecom, datacom, but also in markets, for example, as LiDAR. And here, losses are very important, because if you send out light and you only detect a few photons that come back, you don't want to lose them in your waveguide. So that's why low loss propagation is very important, not only in telecommunication and datacom, but also in markets such as LiDAR or quantum applications.
Okay, the indium nitride kind of reminds me, when I think of photonic integration, I think of indium phosphide. So can you do just a really brief comparison of those?
Yes, of course. So indium phosphide is an active material. So you can have lasers, for example, in indium phosphide or detectors. And what silicon nitride is a very low loss platform. So losses are orders of magnitude lower than in indium phosphide. So if you want to propagate the light, you use silicon nitride. But if you want to have active components, then you want to integrate indium phosphide. So I see these are complementary technologies where you take, and this is our vision, that we take the active components where they are needed and integrate them into our low loss platform. So we can, for example, offer very narrow line with tunable lasers that is with indium phosphide and with silicon nitride integrated.
Okay, that's fantastic. So where do you see the most impact of these photonic integrated circuits, that particularly the ones that use what you're offering?
Yeah, so again, it is all about loss, and the markets that are worried about loss in terms of propagation loss, but also in terms of have very low coupling loss from the light that gets on the chip and off the chip. These markets that are worried about losing light, these markets we're focusing on, and that is at the moment LiDAR and quantum markets. But we also see that the developments that we put to get these very low loss waveguides and very low loss coupling in the end, they also benefit for the telecom and datacom market, which are probably not the driver right now, but which would benefit of that whole development too. For example, for narrow line width lasers.
Mm-hmm. That's really fascinating, and I can see where that those go together. Are you working with COBO any?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, because I tend to think of that with respect to optical connections.
Yeah, so definitely there is a big need for having lower loss in all the optical connections. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Michelle, I really appreciate your time. This has been great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you have a good time getting prepared for the show. I look forward to seeing you there.
Yes, visit us at our booth. Looking forward to meet all of you.
You bet. Okay, thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye. So I want to thank our interviewees today for bringing their company information to us so we can have these find out about what we're going to be seeing at OFC. I'm very pleased to see the variety of information they brought. Janis is with Thorlabs, transmitters and modulators. Olivia with SOLTECH connectors, finding ways to make that easier for the people out in the field. Tiger with a variety of kind of onboard optical connections and the types of things that they're doing. And then finally, Michael with his photonic integrated circuitry with the silicon nitride. I'm really interested in seeing if you can take from the specialized applications has right now for LiDAR and for quantum technologies, and then bringing that over to the telecommunications field. So I hope you all have a great preparation week for OFC, and I really look forward to seeing y'all in person, eye to eye. So y'all have a great one.